Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of The Lundy Show. My name is Lundy. I'm your host. I don't have any fancy sponsors, even though I'm still sporting my Lumpies shirt, a bar that no longer exists in Anoka, Minnesota. I think now it's called, can't even give a shout out because I don't live there. I don't know if it's still McGillicuddy's or not. There it is, McGillicuddy's. Anyways, so this is to the news outlets out there. The news media out there. You know, here's the thing, guys. And even to the politicians. I mean, really. Here's the thing, guys. We have enough going on in our world that you don't. Let me rephrase this. This is more for social media news pages. We have enough hate and bad news out there in the world. You know, I wake up every day and I read probably 6, 7 to 8 in a row bad news things before I get that are fact before I get to anything positive. Red news or red flag news. You guys are notorious for this. You post something that is a hypothetical what if situation and you make it look like a real news story to help spread panic and fear. That's not cool. We got enough panic and fear in this country. We got Black Lives Matters running around protesting every time a black man gets shot by a white cop for fighting with him, beating up his girlfriend and so on and so forth, not letting the medics do their job. We have enough hate and fear and pandemonium going on that we don't need fake what if situations. North Korea is threatening to fire nukes at us. You know what I mean? There's enough fear in this world right now. We don't need to add to it by being fake. And, you know, there's enough hate for Donald. I'm going to go on. I'm going to go there. There's enough hate for Donald Trump right now from a few different directions. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you'll see something that I posted a while back that makes a lot of sense. And if you watch my previous video, it makes a lot of sense. But yet, there's these news sources that are out there saying that, you know, 52 private jets landed at a private island to figure out how to take Trump out of the running. You know what I mean? That's stupid. The American people have a voice and we're using it. You know what I mean? Don't make crap up. We already know that, you know, top GOP / you know, DFLers all sat down in DC and have tried to decide that they're going to try to pick a candidate that can beat Trump. Well, nobody's going to beat Trump in the GOP. And probably in reality, nobody's going to beat Trump in the election either. But, you know, we're not trying to fix a problem. We're trying to continue a problem to keep everybody's pockets lined. And meanwhile, we have all these news sources that continue to spread false propaganda and fear. Why? There's enough of that, not only in our country, but in the world today, that we don't need bullshit. We don't need fake. And really what we need in general is just real, honest to God news. Not a news source that you know is liberal or liberal-minded, that puts a liberal curve on their news. Not a conservative news source that is more true than the liberal side, but they're still putting a conservative twist on things. And we certainly don't need fake news agencies out there reporting fake news on Facebook. It's actually kind of tiring. We have cops dying at record numbers this year again. We have crime probably going through the roof at record numbers again. There are record percentages every month again this year. You know, like I said, North Korea wanting to fire nuclear weapons at one of our major cities. Iran getting nuclear weapons. The whole shit and caboodle. And people want to put fake news out there. Or what if scenarios. What if, you know, and they make it look real. Like, 35 inmates escaped from the state prison today and are raping and pillaging. Local law enforcement doesn't know what to do. Here's one that I keep seeing popping up for all the gun grabbers out there. This, I believe it's been Red Flag and maybe Conservative News post this like it's a real story. That, 45 police officers and some ungodly number, like 172 civilians, were killed in door-to-door gun raids. And you're like, oh shit, what? What? So you click on the news source and it says this is probably what would happen if we decided to go door to door to try to take people's guns. And you're like, wow. Something like that would be on CNN, NBC, CBS, the whole shit and caboodle. That'd be breaking news. Be no other way to put it. So, the whole long and short of this video is pay attention. And if you're one of these fear mongers that are out there pushing fear and making stuff up to continue the cycle of hate and fear, panic, and widespread chaos and this, that, and the other thing, get a life, man. Or learn how to be a real reporter. Because there's enough going on out there in the world that you do not need to be feeding us full of false news or posting what if scenarios and trying to pass them off as real news. So that being said, I hope you guys had a great Wednesday. It was beautiful where I'm at, and I hope it was beautiful where you're at. The sun's always shining in my world, and I'm always trying to smile. Keep on keeping on, guys. My name is Lundy, and I approve this message. Have a good night.